everyone. I'm Mr. Galole. Today we're going to do an analysis on business environment in Kosovo. My colleagues who are part of this presentation are Adel Latifa, Granit Zhugole, Marigona Abdulli, Milat Marina, and Shipre Mustafa. We are going to present the current situation of business environment in Kosovo. We are going to talk about the key elements such as social, economic, political, and legal environment in Kosovo. To proceed with in more detail, I will invite my colleague Marigona Abdulli to take the floor.
I'm going to talk about social environment and I'm going to mention some features of it. With a GDP per capita of 3,520 euros, Kosovo is one of the poorest countries in Europe. With poverty higher amount among ethnic minorities and specific demographic groups such as children and elderly. 45% of the population consume less than the national poverty line, and an estimated of 70% of the population are in extremely poor. With 45% of unemployment rate, Kosovo has the weakest employment track record in Europe, and apparently the lack of the job has a direct consequence in income. Kosovo's citizens have indicated opportunity for investments in health and education. Within Europe, Kosovo has the weakest hospital admission rate in Europe. And also another issue that is problematic for Kosovo is education, which does not provide high quality and high curriculum. Thus, Kosovo requires development in economic growth, has high unemployment rate, and requires investments in education and health sector. And now I will invite my colleague to proceed with another presentation.
Hi everyone. I made analysis of the law, of the legal environment and touched the three key points, which are administrative procedures, procurement law, and notary services. Assessment of the current situation regarding administrative procedures in Kosovo is clearly indicates that there has been an improvement in comparison with previous years. Kosovo had made a progress in easing administrative procedures for businesses to function better. This is also demonstrated in the report of World Bank, which is issued every year, where Kosovo has made the move in ranking, where it moved from country 126 to 98 country in 2013. Although the change in this ranking was for 28 positions, we are of the opinion that this was the easy part to be done, where to proceed more, more has to be done in order to make a better environment for doing business. Procurement law. Many of the laws that were passed by the Kosovo Assembly meet the European standards, but its implementation is still a challenge for Kosovo, and it is partially because of the functionality of the court and the legal system itself. One of the laws is also the law on public procurement that was amended many times in an attempt to improve the whole procurement process in Kosovo. This law can still be seen as an obstacle and a barrier for businesses as well as for the government. The current law states that in most of the cases, contracts have to be awarded to the lowest bidder, hence less qualitative supplies, works and services. On the other hand, it is an obstacle for the businesses, since the ones who want to provide good or qualitative supplies, works and services will face barriers and cannot enter the market properly due to the obstacles set by this law. The next issue is notary services. The notary service was welcomed in Kosovo, even though it came late, since the Kosovo courts are overburdened with thousands of backlogged cases, where around 70% of them are said to be non-contentious. The entire situation is also affecting the problems mentioned with the procurement law and the non-functionality of courts. The notary service, even though in its first stage, is helping businesses finish things faster, and on the other hand, reducing the bribery that was happening in the courts due to unfunction of the notary services. Although, to sum up, although many laws were passed by the Assembly of Kosovo in improving the position of business, a lot more has to be done to make things easier to businesses. With the current legal framework, Kosovo businesses could function better if it were not for the inefficiency of the court, but still, as mentioned before, certain positive steps has been taken to improve this. I invite now my colleague Milot to proceed there.
I'm going to talk about economic environment in Kosovo. Economic growth has been constant or solid since the end of the war, with an average GDP of 4%, except the year of 2008 where it reached around 6%. You may ask why. The reason is because of the remittance that we get from diaspora, but again it fell to 4% because of the economic crisis. Exports of goods were, for the year of 2011, were about 320 million, while imports were about 2.5 million, sorry. And here we have the graph that shows exports, which are this tiny that you can barely see, and imports. And this line is the line of trade balance. We can see that for the year of 2001, 2002, and through 2007, the imports are very low compared to exports. Another issue that we face is our foreign investments. And foreign investments in Kosovo are still small contribution to the economy. This is due to political and legal uncertainties. So, here a positive aspect is like banking sector, where we have 3 or 4 banks that are very stable and that are contributing to the economy. Yet there are some curative indicators, such as implementing budget with IMF, a raise in rank for doing business, and Kosovo joined the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. And here is our economy overview from doingbusiness.org. And here's like, for the 2012 year, we were in the 126th place, and we changed in rank for 28 places. As a result, Kosovo has to conditions for investors, like for foreign investors, stimulate home-produced goods to increase exports and decrease imports, and make policies that will bring economic growth. Now I invite Adley to explain about political environment.
Hello, I'm Andrew Gatita, and today I want to talk about political environment. Kosovo has moved towards greater security and stability in recent years, but it has been a struggle because of international acts that are continuing to play significant roles in addressing lingering post-conflict security challenges and risks. Foreign investors are more keen on investing in the country as the legal security has been more protected. Kosovo is looking to deepen its integration with the EU. There is an agreed mechanism for monitoring progress towards this goal, which has already been established. This mechanism is called SAP, which stands for Stability and Association Process. This mechanism has gradually incorporated the enlargement process of for Kosovo and other countries in the Western Balkans to be closer to the EU. International presence in Kosovo has strengthened the stabilization process. KFOR is a international presence in the peacekeeping force that, led by NATO, has 5,000 troops from 32 countries that are being deployed in Kosovo. Their presence has led to minimized risks in the region as the ongoing tension between the Kosovars and Serbs continue. Hence, Kosovo's independence has marked the end of political uncertainty, and this has been due to increased stability which has been created in the entire region, has presented a positive outlook of regional economic development and the integration. The number of foreign investments coming into the country has increased as a result of this. Now I'd like to present Shiprim Mustafa to conclude this presentation.
To sum up what my colleague said already about social, political, and economic legal environment, we get in the conclusion that business environment in Kosovo is not very promising. Kosovo lacks many key issues that take business a brighter future. The issues that Kosovo lacks are as follows, like economic growth, investments in education and health sector, appropriate condition for foreign investors, and proper legal environment. And that's it. Our work was based on doing businesses and World Bank and government of Kosovo. Thank you for your attention.